Hello, e-commerce shop owner. So today we are going to be answering the question, how do you know when to hire a virtual assistant? And if you did not catch yesterday's video, in that video we talked about we talked about why to hire a virtual assistant. So definitely go check that out because there's going to be two completely different conversations. But today we are talking about virtual assistants again. So we started our conversation about virtual assistants on Monday. If you missed any of those previous videos, of course, go back and watch them. Don't forget to follow my channel so you'll be updated every time I go live on TikTok. And if you're watching me somewhere other than TikTok, I do try to upload these videos to other platforms as well. But you don't want to miss out. And sometimes TikTok doesn't let me download the video once I'm done. So definitely go follow me on TikTok, follow me wherever you're finding me. And without further ado, let's jump into our question for today. So today's question is, how do you know when to hire a virtual assistant? So I have got three things that you want to make sure that you have before you hire a virtual assistant. Number one, you want to make sure that you have repeatable tasks or a list of things you'd like done. So it is kind of an and or situation. You need to know what you want them to do before you hire a virtual assistant. And I know this sounds really basic and obvious, but you would be surprised how many people are like, oh, I just need help, I'm going to hire somebody. They bring someone on and then they have no system of telling them what to do. They have nothing in place. They don't, not even really sure what they want them to help with, let alone having a list of those things. Typically, you need to be at least 1 to 2 weeks ahead of your virtual assistant. If they're working on the tasks you've assigned them, you need to know what to assign them next. Otherwise, they don't know what to do, and it causes a lot of friction and frustration between the business owner and the virtual assistant. So you definitely need to make sure that you know what you're going to have them do before you hire a virtual assistant. That's number one. Number two, you want to make sure that you have step-by-step instructions on how to do them. Now, I've done this multiple different ways. Sometimes I literally just write a list. 1, do this. 2, do that. 3, do that. Most of the time, though, I record a video of me doing the task and explaining along the way what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how to do it. And then that video, I just upload it and give it to the virtual assistant, and they literally watch the video, do the task, and then they can watch the video as many times to do the task as needed until they get the task down and they don't need to watch the video anymore. This also cuts down on a lot of that back and forth question and answer that happens when you're trying to work with somebody. Of course, you still want to be available for in case they have questions, because I have worked with over 30 virtual assistants and interns, and I can tell you that every time I bring someone new on, no matter how many times other people have gone through their tasks, they have some other question that the other 10 people who've done that task didn't even think to ask, or I didn't think to talk about. And so having that back and forth is really important. Or maybe they have trouble logging onto your platform. You need to know that. So I actually didn't even have that on my list. I guess that's going to be my fourth thing, is to make sure that you have a good way of communicating with this virtual assistant. So technically, number 3 was supposed to be task and time management system. So that kind of has to do with communication. So we'll say that that's still number 3. So you want to make sure that you have an actual system in place that they can go to and see their tasks, communicate with you, understand how long you expect the task to take, which is part of having those step-by-step instructions and doing it. You know how long that should take. So after having worked with so many people, I know if I'm having you edit a 20-minute video, that is most likely going to take 2 to 3 hours. So on my task, I actually put, I expect this to take 3 hours. And it gives the virtual assistant an idea of where they should be at. If I have a task that I think will take 3 hours and it takes them 10 hours, we need to talk. Why did this take you so long? Maybe it was the first time. Continuously you're spending 10 hours on a 3-hour task. We need to talk about that. And so having these things in place is really important. I do have a resource for you if you'd like to go and get my favorite tools for working with virtual assistants and interns. You can go to MyScheduledBiz, just like my handle, and you can look at my 6 favorite tools. One of them is the organization and task and time management system that I use. So go check that out, myscheduledbiz.com/VA tools. So VA like the virtual assistant. And you can grab my 6 favorite tools right there. If you have any questions, definitely drop those below. I'd love to know how it works out for you when you bring someone on to your team. Also, we've been talking about virtual assistants this entire week, so go back and watch the previous videos. And before we started this conversation, we were talking about analytics, YouTube analytics, a podcast analytics, analytics for your website, analytics for your email. So if you haven't seen those videos, go back and watch those as well. A really good clue to know which videos are what. If you're on TikTok, all of the videos that are my live videos are the ones with these colored backgrounds. So go check those out, take a look at those, and let me know if you have any questions. Of course, I'm always here to help you. Don't forget to join us tomorrow live on TikTok, or you might be able to catch me on other platforms after the fact. Follow my account, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.